In speaking to people here on the op, I've heard a number of times that there was often one person early on in someone's life who made a difference, who saw something in them that they may not have even seen in themselves, and that one person had an impact. Teachers, relatives, next door neighbors, it could be anybody, but it's someone who changed their lives forever without even possibly knowing it. This is a chance for guests to thank those people publicly. This is That One Voice.
Oh man, I wanna tell a story about that one voice for me. I've actually had a couple, but while I was in community college, just sort of finding my path in general, like I had a pretty directionless young adulthood, I'd say. But because my mom nudged me to go to community college, while I was there, still sort of figuring out what I wanted to do. In one of my composition classes, Composition 2, business writing. Maria Cahill, she came up to me during class, my professor, Maria Cahill, and she had nudged me to take her creative writing class, and, through some thinking about why she would say that to me of all people, I wound up realizing that I'd always been good at writing, so I took her creative writing class, and I sort of started at least to find some sort of path, and, when I went to go visit Savannah, Georgia for the first time with one of my best friends, Kurt Pierce, who went to Savannah College of Art and Design, and I just fell in love with Savannah. I wound up deciding to transfer to school there to take their writing program, and through doing that, I then found my greater path in the long term of like film and TV work, because all my best friends and roommates in school were film and TV kids, so I'd help them with their short films, class projects, music videos, and like really start to like find my people, so to speak, in the film world. And when I wound up finishing school, moving back to New York, I was doing some of the journalism stuff that I enjoyed doing, but it just wasn't a feasible path that I could tell, at least, to be a full functioning adult. And I wound up realizing that, film and TV work would get me a lot more paid work, and I would also fulfill like a personal, I just really, really valued making stuff in the film world with my friends. So I got into film and TV work, and it really all just ties back to me sort of starting to figure out my path, which comes from, just one person saying, hey man, like take my creative writing class because you essentially have a gift. And they, Maria, she wanted to sort of nurture that sort of gift that I already had and help me like bring it forth. So even though I've dabbled here and there in like some screenwriting, but I don't do journalism anymore. But by finding that sort of first step into like a career through journalism, I was able to then in the long term get into film and TV work just by proximity. So I'm super grateful to this day to Maria Cahill. Sometimes I message her and just say thank you on Instagram and whatnot. And actually she's gonna be in LA this summer because her son is out here producing, I believe. So I'll get to thank her in person. But I'm super grateful for having, I think a lot of people tend to have like one teacher or somebody in their life who, just nudged them when they didn't have a path. And through Maria Cahill, I was able to find my path.